Hi guys, so I look absolutely crazy right now. I'm literally never ever seen like this without falsies or mascara or anything of the sort. It literally makes me feel so uncomfortable because my eyes are so small. I really wanted to show you how you can get the most out of your natural eyelashes without having to use falsies. So what I'm gonna do today, guys, is this eye with drugstore products and then this eye with higher end products because I'd like to compare them. I have two mascaras and two primers in particular that I feel like I am using a lot, and I'm thinking they must be somewhat comparable and similar if they're giving me the same kind of look, since I keep picking them up over and over again. So I've never done this before and actually compared them, but I am curious to see, just because it would be nice if I could recommend you guys instead to try the drugstore versions, since they're gonna be a lot more affordable. For the drugstore side, I'm gonna be using these two. This is the Revlon Volumizing Mascara. This has amazing reviews. People love this, and there's good reason for it. It's definitely one of the best drugstore mascaras I've ever used. It's only $8.99, so very affordable. At first, it's kind of a wet, inky type of formula. So you just have to be careful when you're using this to make sure that you give it time to dry before you go in with another layer. Otherwise, it'll get kind of like tacky. It also volumizes and lengthens my lashes like crazy. It's really dark and black, and oh god, it is just so good. Also good for the lower lashes too. And then for the primer, what I like to use from the drugstore is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Amplify Primer. It's just like a white creamy formula. It helps my mascara last just as long as the Lancome one. But for the higher end, my favorites are the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. This goes for $29, so definitely pricey. But it works. It's more of a drier formula. Very black. It coats my lashes evenly. I feel like it's buildable as well because I like to do 2 layers. If you're having issues with your mascara flaking or smudging or smearing throughout the day, it's probably because you're not using a primer. Some of the mascaras that I thought I hated, it was only because I wasn't using a primer first before it. Like, it really truly does make a huge difference. Sil's Booster XL from Lancome. This is $26, so a little cheaper than this actual mascara here. Okay, so enough talking. I just wanted to kind of like introduce you guys to those products first before I started getting into the tutorial and using them. But let me know down in the comments what you guys like to use, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the tutorial. So, very first thing that I do is I use an eyelash curler. This is from Shui Mora. Tweezerman also has a good one. I just cannot find mine, so I'm going to use this for both sides. I just close the lash curler and then I slightly bend it upwards like this. And once it's bent, then I start kind of pumping it. And what that'll do is just really lift the lashes. It always makes my eyes water though. And I do that like maybe 2 or 3 times. See, like now I can start to feel them on my actual eyelid up here because they're so curled. Since this is the drugstore side, we're gonna go ahead and use this primer from CoverGirl. And I'm going to coat the lashes evenly with this. So just really make sure before it dries that everything is nice and coated and there's not any like weird chunks. So I just kind of go very slowly up the lashes, and I'm hitting every single one of them from the base all the way up. So once I have them nice and coated like that, then I let it dry for about 30 seconds. Then we're gonna go ahead and use this Revlon Volumizing. When I just go in and coat my lashes like this, I feel like not all of the entirety of the lash is being coated, only the front is, and I want the whole damn thing to be coated. So this is what I do. This is my technique, and it looks really crazy at first, but then by the end it looks really cool. So I'll just take my wand and I'll go back and forth like this, but you have to be careful not to get it on your eyelid. Okay, and now I'm going to start going at the root and working it up. I use the tip now and just kind of perfect all of the lashes and just like really separate them from one another. So there's the first eye done. This is just one layer, and I'm going to let this completely dry before I go in with the second layer. And like I said in the intro, this one definitely needs a little bit more drying time. And I'm going to take this again and do the same exact thing for this second layer here. And then before it dries, use the tip and separate them out. And honestly, this is about as good as I've ever been able to get my lashes to look naturally. I know like everyone has a preference for the way that their lashes look, and this might be a little bit too like spidery for you guys, but this I absolutely love personally for myself, just because, you know, it doesn't look clumpy. They look separated and volumized and dark, and no, my lashes naturally aren't like super long or anything, but I feel like this definitely gives them the most length that they've ever had. So I'm really happy with the way that this looks. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the higher end side and compare. So again, we're just going to curl these here and flip it up and pump. One more time. Okay, here we go in with the long comb. Coat all the lashes just like, you know, you would normally apply your mascara, from the root all the way to the tip. But you guys see like right here how it's kind of like, oh my god, I just poked myself in the eye. Hey, that has to happen at least once in this video. But you just really want to smooth it out, you know, make sure there's no weird clumps. And then you'll notice as you're applying this and as it's like kind of drying, your lashes are going to start getting really crazy long. Like, whoa. Alright, the Hourglass Mascara, Caution Extreme Lash here. You just want it to be really, really messy and go back and forth. And then I'm going to start trying to get them to separate. And also don't forget the root. You want to make sure you're getting the root as well, so that it helps to give you like a darker base. There's one layer of the Hourglass, and I freaking love it. But you guys can see how similar it is. I feel like this one's more fluffy. This one's more spiky. Oh no! Okay, so if that ever happens, what you want to do is let it dry before you mess with it. Just let it dry. But that is how the lashes are looking with 2 coats of the Hourglass. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this leftover translucent powder on it and just wipe it away. And I don't know, you guys will have to let me know what you think. I mean, I know they're pretty similar. I just feel like I like this side a little more. My lashes look more defined, each and every single one, whereas this one, it's kind of like, some of the lashes are like kind of thin, some of them are kind of thicker. You know, I do love the drugstore side as well. They're different looks, you know. This one is more like natural and kind of like flirty and wispy, whereas this one is just like, it is such a good substitute for falsies when I want that kind of look, but I just don't feel like putting them on, you know? But that's the difference between the two. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please leave a thumbs up down below. That would really help out my channel. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, so that you can see more videos like this. And if you hit that notification bell, then you will get notified every time that I upload, if that's something that you're interested in. If there's any other how-to videos that you'd like to see, let me know down below as well. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!